So good morning, LinkedIn. Good morning, Facebook. We are now live. Yay, yay, yay. I told you that if you are a business owner or if you're just an individual who wants to be found on LinkedIn, you're going to want to lean in right now because I have on set with me. Good morning, the LinkedIn Black Belt. How are you?
Good morning, Linda. Happy to be here and happy to share with everyone watching now.
Yeah, so tell us about LinkedIn.
Well, what is there
Tell
not
us
to know
about
about
you.
LinkedIn?
Let's tell us about you first, and then we'll go into LinkedIn.
Sure. I help business professionals and business owners leverage LinkedIn to gain an additional six figures in their business and also to build connection and authority on LinkedIn. And
That's,
I happen to find LinkedIn by accident myself for the business end anyway.
see, and that's interesting because so many people, like we're streaming live to Facebook and to LinkedIn, but so many people on Facebook are like afraid of LinkedIn
It's
because they don't understand it. It looks like this very complicated, very different kind of thing. And so I love that you're here to break it down because I have a lot of business owners that find me. And so they follow me on Facebook and on LinkedIn.
right.
And this is going to help whether you are a business professional or a business owner. Like this is going to help you regardless of which one you are, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about your journey to this. So you found LinkedIn
Yeah.
and
So I've always been on LinkedIn in general.
mm,
Back in the days, I always say pre-Microsoft, it was for resumes and recruiters. Some people still think it's the same thing. So I've been on LinkedIn for 13, 14 years now. So the interesting thing is about 8 years ago, I left a 20-year corporate career and I was helping business owners online to market their business. I happened to go on LinkedIn just to update my profile, switching from the corporate side into business ownership. And 2 days later, someone reached out to me and they wanted help with their marketing. This is before LinkedIn like blew up for the marketing piece. So I was confused. In my mind, I was like, okay, I'm not quite catching on what's happening here. Clearly, I helped them. I still didn't take LinkedIn seriously for that piece. And then I decided to give it a try. I dedicated 90 days to give it a try, and things started to work out. It wasn't to help others, it was for myself. And then I started to get approached by people to get help with their LinkedIn because they saw how I was showing up. So that's how I was like, it's almost like that. It was an accident. I was thrown into LinkedIn, but it's a wonderful thing.
I love it. That's a great story. I love accidental success, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you take people like what skill sets do they need to have to work with you?
Well, I work with people who are experts in their areas. So I always talk about my people. They are brilliant at what they do, but they're not brilliant at marketing what they do.
Mm.
I don't think I've ever worked with any product-based business owner. Everyone I work with, they're service-based individuals. So that's where I seem to thrive just because that's what I do also.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that because what happens is a lot of times service people, you see a lot of things for product because product is pretty, it's pretty finite.
Yeah.
It's a product, you know how to get it out there, you have something to show them. But when
Right.
you're doing service, that's a little bit more challenging in that what we do is not a tangible product that you can look at and hold and feel, right? We give information.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
we get information and different things. So the fact that that's your expertise, a lot of my service providers, like my coaches, the people who are out here doing, educational experts,
Mhm.
those people should lean in because they're the ones that are looking to be found by other people that need their services.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing with LinkedIn, there's clearly, just like any other platform, there's a lot of misinformation on LinkedIn. The thing that I found works the most effectively on LinkedIn is if you position yourself as an industry expert or an industry authority, because when it comes to the service side, the product side, no one really cares. They don't even know who the person is behind the brand. They just want to make sure that that product works for them. But
Exactly.
look at, especially on LinkedIn, they want to know what is your background, who have you helped before, what results have you gotten, and then they're sold on you. So we talk about building the know, like, and trust factor
Yeah, yeah.
is going to be key. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the big difference that I'm finding with this platform.
Absolutely. And the know, like, and trust factors are huge when
Yeah.
you're talking about entrepreneurship anyway.
Yeah.
In in addition to what services you provide. And so being able to highlight your expertise in front of people who are looking for experts.
Absolutely. They're looking for experts. And, I always say it's about making sure that you position yourself as the solution in their mind. Because
Mhm.
we have people and we don't have too many CEOs of larger companies on there, but we have the CMOs, we have VPs, we have business owners. They go to LinkedIn almost on a, weekly basis, not only to research their industry to see what are the latest trends. And when we think about the pandemic and how business owners are, and brands in general, they've shifted to be on LinkedIn. So now they get
Yeah.
a lot of their industry information from LinkedIn. Before, you can go to the Wall Street Journal, you can go to Forbes, but LinkedIn has even rebranded themselves to become this media company. So
Mm.
executives don't necessarily have to, go to the Financial Times. All of that news and information is on LinkedIn. So you want to be one of the people who are your own media company. You want to be that type of person who now you're sharing industry news or you're sharing updates for these executives or business owners. So now they start to follow you on a consistent basis. And that's the way you also stay top of mind. And when you stay top of mind, when there's something specific that they need help with, you're going to be the first person they kind of look to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's positioning. That's
Yeah,
making sure you're in the right place by the people, the decision makers who are looking for people just like you. Like, a lot of times people want to chase customers, but really you want to be the attractor.
exactly. I always say you have to go from chasing customers to choosing. When we
Yeah.
talk about human psychology, people like to know it was their decision that they found you. So you're going to strategically be in their view all the time, but let it be their decision that they found you.
I love this. I love this. And this works across industries, right? So it's not like pigeonholed to one particular sector of people or industry. Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're on LinkedIn and you're wanting to get noticed and you're wanting to have those contracts. So let's
Mhm.
talk about some of your successes, honey.
Sure, sure. One of my favorite ones. It's always these accidental successes that I really enjoy. So I had a client come to me. She is a military spouse, and she was out of she's a consultant. She was out of the world for about 6 years, supporting her husband. And when she came to me, she wanted to, and I didn't know this whole. Oh, sorry. I didn't know there was this whole world of military spouses and almost like I'm not going to say secret society, but they're supporting their husbands, so they almost like give up their or wives, and they give up their own lives and their world to support their spouses. So she came to me and she said she wanted to develop a mindfulness program for the military. And based on her background, I was like, I think you're thinking too small about this. If we position you as an advocate and an educator in your field for military spouses, you can be the one that's sharing the news. Like, brands would be interested in what you have to say. So about 2 months into us launching her brand out there, Microsoft reached out. They were putting together a pilot program for military spouses to teach them tech, and they had her build it out. So yeah, I think you just have to really,
Wow.
yeah, and you're not going to know who's watching you, but people are watching. You just have to make sure you're consistent. The biggest thing you have to know, what do you want to be well known for, and you're focusing on that.
I love that. I love that. I actually sat in your audit last night and,
Hmm.
and got to hear you audit some of the people and talk about the three different main drivers that we should be paying attention to. And
Right.
so yeah, so the whole thing, like, people watch us, and a lot of people say, well, I don't pay for the LinkedIn, the paid version versus the other version. But there's insight that you get that can help you to determine the metrics of who's watching and where they're watching, what they're watching you for. Those metrics are very important if you're going to use LinkedIn efficiently.
Absolutely. You always want to measure your work because just like anything, if you're not measuring what you're doing, you don't know where you need to improve and you don't know what you need to keep the same. So just to reference the numbers that we discussed last night, when you go On your LinkedIn profile, below your about section, you have your featured section. Below that, you have your private dashboard. Every single Thursday, I check those three, well, mostly the last number. So you have your profile views, and we want to make sure that you're having an increase in profile views. We have your post views, and we have your search appearances. So LinkedIn within itself is a search engine. So every single day, someone is searching for people like you or yourself, and you want to make sure you're coming up in front of them.
Absolutely.
So yeah, those are the three things that we took a look at.
I love that. And I love that those numbers actually tell you how effective your profile is.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And yeah, and where you come in is if those numbers aren't where they should be, like you teach us how to empower those numbers. I love, so I jumped in and had her to do my audit, guys. And she said, well, Linda, I love it. I love what you have, but I was talking in third person. And in order for somebody who I want to attract to find me, they need to know I'm more personable. And so
Right.
just that little tidbit right there, I was telling her that I implemented it last night. I went through it like, okay, where am I sounding like I'm talking about me to someone else? And I went and corrected those things. And this morning, I had a manager from this company to to connect with me. And I'm thinking, well, okay, that's just like less than 24 hours ago, just making little minor tweaks, just knowing what to do and where to put it is imperative if you're trying to get out here and get noticed. So if you are a business professional, if you are a business, especially if you are a business owner in the service or product industry, because it does work for product too. But if you want to heighten your marketing, regardless of whether you're doing something in your business, your career, or if you're trying to do something for your business, then this is where you need to lean in. And so one good thing is that you have available a program that's going to help us get where we need to be. So
Yeah.
tell us about that.
Sure. I have a boot camp that's coming up. It's pretty much a 5-week boot camp. We're laying out the full foundation of what you need to do to build authority so you can start attracting those $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 contracts on LinkedIn. So this builds your foundation. Yeah, it's going to be cool. And then the bonuses are even more cool.
Oh no, it stopped. It stopped on
So
us.
I have a decision maker, the one who, why did it stop? It's
Yeah,
limited?
it's freezing. Yeah, it's freezing just a little bit. Right when you were getting to the good part, it's freezing. But we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait because this is too good to pass up. This is what we need in order to empower our LinkedIn profile to be what we need it to be.
Okay. I think
Okay,
we're
so
back.
now we're back. Now you're back.
Okay, fabulous. So what I was saying, the part that I'm super excited about and that a lot of people are excited about, we have a decision maker from a very large law firm, the one who writes the check to bring in the coaches, the speakers, and the trainers to work with the partners. She's going to come in and do a training for us and lay out specifically step by step what she looks for in candidates when she brings them in to work with the partners and the executives. And then we also have a publicist who's going to do something similar on the media side. She's going to walk through what they're looking for when they're bringing in someone to do a quote for a story. So yeah, that in itself is amazing. But we're going to go over profile. We're going to go over messaging, getting clarity on who your people are and how to market to them and how to think about them, how to generate more views and engagement on your content. Because like I said, when you stand out as an industry expert, more people get excited about you. I can say 90% of my clients, they were not connected to me when they reached out to me. They saw my content or they saw me to someone else. So that's a really great strategy that I found a lot of people get success with.
Absolutely, because you attract the people that you want when your profile, because people go through your profile trying
Mm-hmm.
to get to know, like, and trust you. When they see that you're out here, I have people reach out to me from all around the world, right?
Nice.
So it's not even about having like a local presence; it's like a global presence. That
Absolutely.
I have a friend who somebody found her and flew her to Dubai to
Wow.
speak
Love it.
because they found her on LinkedIn.
Love it. Love
You
it.
know, so it's possible. And so that's why I'm so glad that I'm doing women's history, and I'm highlighting women like yourselves who are doing magnificent things out here in the business streets that's helping us get ourselves together. Like, I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. Now that we have internet connection again, tell us how we can get involved in that boot camp.
So if you are interested in even just finding out information about the boot camp, you can either reach out to me on Facebook or LinkedIn. Another way that you can do it, I hope we're not frozen again.
No, we're not. We're not. We're doing good.
Another way we can do it is if you want to go directly to the link, do bit.ly, and in all caps after the slash, you're going to do the Lab 2021. It's called the LinkedIn Authority Bootcamp. So bit.ly slash and all caps the Lab 2021.
And that link is actually in the description of this video. So all you do is click the link. It's right there for you. If you think you want to get bigger contracts, bigger connections, more solid connections on LinkedIn, then I'm going to implore you to please reach out to Deborah and help and get the help you need in order to make your LinkedIn page blow up. My
Yeah.
name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. And today I'm plugging you into the LinkedIn Black Belt. So if you're trying to get your business up level, if you're trying to get your career up level, then I want you to reach out to her. You can find the Business Plugs Mixer here on Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. I'm bringing in all the things you need to make yourself fabulous. One parting remark from you, Deborah?
Sure. Yeah. One thing that I could say to everyone, even if you don't plan on using the platform on a full-time basis, some people, they're just not excited about LinkedIn. I encourage you highly to at least get your profile overhauled, because whether someone finds you in the content section or they find you through Google, they're going to find your profile. So please do what you can to get plugged in through the largest online networking business platform in the world.
Absolutely. I think that I second that. So you guys have a great one. Deborah, thank you. Thank you for your yes for joining me. And you all know how to reach out to her. It's in the description. So go ahead and reach out to her today, because you're having a sale.
Yes,
You have
yes.
a sale.
I have a sale that ends actually tonight. So they need to get on there actually today. Reach out to me. If the prices have changed, definitely reach out to me, but I cannot extend it longer than tonight. But I really appreciate you having me on, Linda.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So you guys have a great day. And I hope you get plugged in with LinkedIn. That's what we're doing. Have a
Love.
great one. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.